What's up? Thanks for tuning in to ProLineRacing.com. We're here going to give you a little tech tip on how to mount Epic wheels onto switch tires and our new Bowtie SC. We've got some tips, we've got some tricks to help mount those Epics onto those switch tires and our Bowtie SC, so let's get started. What you're going to need is we've got a Hitachi electric screwdriver with a 2mm tip. We've got some scissors to trim out the foam. Of course, we've got our wheel set up here, Bead-Loc, our foam insert, and our tire. What we're about to show you is a 3.0 and 2.2 inch wheel and tire setup, but the same process, the same techniques can be applied to the first generation Slash tires and wheels with the 2.2 inner and 2.2 outer beads. So let's get started on assembling this thing. Okay, first off, what we're going to do is I'm just going to check the bead here for any flash on the tires, and I just see a little nub here, so we're going to trim that off. This is going to make our bead sit nicely into the Bead-Loc once we assemble it. So next up, I'm going to take the foam insert, and this is kind of a tip that we've got from racing over the years. But basically, we're going to take and cut the inner edge here of this foam insert. That foam, to trim it, we're trying to clear it from the foam interlocking with the sleeve of the Bead-Loc. So this is, if the foam gets inside there, this is where the tire is going to come off from the wheel once you have it mounted. So it's an improper mount. We're going to mount it properly by trimming that foam and seating that sleeve in there correctly. And that's going to allow it to sit over the lip of our wheel, the bead of our wheel, inner and outer, a little nicer. It's going to tuck inside the sidewall more, be easier to assemble, and also conform to the shape of the tire a lot better. So we're just going to do this here. You'll notice I'm just being consistent. Each side is consistent, side to side. I've taken off about a 1/4 inch of material here. Okay, we've trimmed our foam. We're just going to insert it inside the tire here. Kind of work it around. Just going to get it in there to where it seats nice and properly. Once we have that done, we're going to insert our sleeve. And the sleeve's going to mount is going to insert from the back of the tire to the front. You can see our sleeve here, and our Bead-Loc just needs to go over that sleeve, like so. You can kind of feel the bead slip into the channel as you mount it. Okay, we can see here we've got a bulge. This is an improperly mounted tire, and the sleeve is not inserted into that channel the way it should be. So basically all we're going to do is massage the tire a little bit more. Okay, kind of work it in, kind of go around. You can actually even see from the inside if it's seated properly. Okay, you can kind of see that the bead kind of flush with the sleeve here. All right, so now we've got a perfectly mounted tire. Let's put the wheel on. Now we're just going to take our wheel face here. We're going to insert the wheel face into the back side of the tire first and just kind of push it in. To know that we've got it aligned correctly, we can see that the tire matches up perfectly with the back side of the wheel. And on the front side, we're ready to install our ring. Looks like our bead's going to slide right into our channel, and we're going to be good to go. All right, let's grab our ring, our Bead-Loc ring, set it in place. No reason to put a lot of force here. As we screw it in, it'll add the pressure that we need. Screw in. On our Hitachi, we're going to check the torque setting. We're going to set it to level 3. If you're using your own screwdriver at home, something different, electric screwdriver, we highly recommend doing it by hand first, just to understand the torque settings of the screws. All right, as you can see, we've got everything mounted. Our tire and Bead-Loc are flush. We have no gaps in between the Bead-Loc and the tire. We have no bulges on the sidewall. This applies to the front and the rear. Well, hopefully that gets you hitting hard on the trails, hitting hard on the street, and you have a nice successful run with your Slash, your SC10, or your Slayer. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Scott Hughes again, and look forward to seeing you next time.